Are you tired of your money sitting idle in the bank? Picture this. You've worked hard to secure your financial future, but that future feels stagnant because your money isn't growing. It's just sitting there in the bank, barely keeping up with inflation. This is a problem many of us face. But there's a solution, and it's not as complicated as you might think. You see, the key is making your money work for you. And how do we do that? By diversifying your investments. Think beyond the traditional savings account. There's a whole world of assets out there that can safeguard your hard-earned money and, more importantly, help it grow. We're talking about precious metals, safe haven currencies, mutual funds, real estate, collectibles, and yes, even cryptocurrencies. Each of these assets presents a unique opportunity to not just preserve your wealth, but to multiply it. So are you ready to make a change? Stay tuned to discover 6 assets that can safeguard and grow your money. First on our list is precious metals. Let's talk about gold, silver, and platinum. These metals have been treasured by civilizations across time and space, not just for their beauty, but for their enduring value. They've been used as currency, as status symbols, and as a store of wealth for thousands of years. Even in our modern world, these metals haven't lost their shine. They hold value remarkably well, and this value can surge during times of crisis. Imagine, for instance, a global conflict or a financial meltdown. When paper money loses its worth, these metals become a safe haven as they are immune to inflation and economic downturns. Consider gold, for instance. This lustrous metal isn't just for adorning necks and fingers, it's a solid investment. You could have bought a certain amount of gold a decade ago, and today, that same amount could be worth 5 times what you paid for it. That's because gold is a finite resource, and as it becomes harder to mine, its value only increases. Then there's silver, often called the poor man's gold. It's more abundant and less expensive than gold, but still holds significant value. And don't forget platinum, a metal even rarer than gold and used in everything from jewelry to fuel cells. So if you're looking for a safe haven during crises, precious metals might be your best bet. Next up, we have safe haven currencies. Now, let's talk about something that's stood the test of time. We're venturing into the world of refuge currencies. These are currencies that investors flock to during times of economic uncertainty. Why, you may ask? Well, these currencies offer a level of stability that's unparalleled even in the face of global conflicts. Take the Swiss franc, for instance. This currency hails from Switzerland, a country known for its strong economy and political stability. It's like the superhero of currencies, maintaining its strength when the rest of the world is in chaos. Wealthy investors worldwide trust the Swiss franc for its security, keeping demand for this currency high even in the most challenging times. But the Swiss franc isn't the only player in this game. The British pound and Chinese yuan also have their moments in the sun. Both these currencies have shown resilience during economic downturns. The British pound, backed by one of the world's largest economies, and the Chinese yuan, supported by the economic powerhouse that is China, offer investors a safe haven amidst financial turbulence. Imagine this: you're on a ship in stormy seas. Safe haven currencies are like the sturdy lifeboat that keeps you afloat when the waters get choppy. Investing in these currencies is like securing a ticket on that lifeboat, ensuring your financial security. Investing in safe haven currencies could be your ticket to financial security. Our third asset is mutual funds or investment funds. These two terms might seem intimidating, but they're really just fancy names for a simple concept. Picture a basket of investments. Instead of buying one company's stock, you're buying a piece of many companies or assets. That's a mutual fund. It's a way to spread your eggs across several baskets, ensuring long-term stability and diversification. Now you might be wondering, how do I choose the right baskets? Well, that's the beauty of mutual funds. They are managed by experts who make strategic decisions based on market trends and forecasts. They ensure your money is put to work in the best possible way, and all you need to do is invest. But here's the best part. Mutual funds allow you to start with small amounts, making them an accessible investment option for many. You don't have to be a millionaire to get started. A few dollars here, a few dollars there, and before you know it, you've got a diversified investment portfolio. And let's not forget about liquidity. With mutual funds, you can typically buy or sell your shares at any time, giving you flexibility and control over your investments. So, to sum it up, mutual funds offer long-term stability, diversification, and liquidity. They allow small investments and are managed by experts, making them a low-risk option, providing stable dividends. Mutual funds provide a stable and diversified investment option. Our fourth asset is land and real estate. Land and real estate are like old friends. They're always there, dependable and reliable. They don't flash and dazzle like some assets, but they offer a steady, surefire return that can't be scoffed at. Picture this: you buy a piece of land or a property, you sit on it, maybe rent it out, maybe just let it age like a fine wine. And while you're doing this, the world is bustling around you. New businesses are cropping up, populations are growing, the need for space is increasing. And what's that doing to your piece of the earth? It's making it more and more valuable. You see, land and real estate are finite resources. We can't manufacture more of them. And as demand increases, so does their value. It's as simple as that. Take the United States, for example. From the 90s to 2020, property values tripled. That's right, tripled. That means if you bought a property for $100,000 in the 90s, it could be worth $300,000 today. And that's just the average. Some properties have increased even more. So while it might not be as exciting as some of the other assets we've talked about, don't underestimate the power of land and real estate. They're not just a safe bet, they're a smart bet. Land and real estate, a reliable asset that doesn't depreciate. Fifth on our list is collectibles. Now, what exactly are collectibles? They're unique items that hold a certain charm, a certain allure, and often a hefty price tag. These can range from classic cars and vintage watches to exquisite works of art like paintings or sculptures, even celebrity memorabilia. What makes these collectibles so valuable? Well, it's their uniqueness. Each item tells a story, holds a piece of history, and that's something that can't be replicated. When you invest in a collectible, you're not just buying an item, you're buying a piece of the past, a slice of culture, a testament to human ingenuity or creativity. And that's something that continues to appreciate over time. But the real magic happens when you find the right buyer, just like the art connoisseur who can appreciate the brush strokes of a Monet, or the car enthusiast who understands the value of a well-preserved '66 Shelby. The right buyer can see the true value in your collectible. They're not just buying an item. They're buying a story, an experience, a piece of history, and they're willing to pay a premium for it. That's where you see significant profits. So, if you have an eye for the unique, the rare, the beautiful, consider collectibles. They're not just an investment in your financial future, but in the preservation of history and culture. Collectibles, a unique and potentially profitable investment. Last but not least, we have cryptocurrencies. Often dubbed as the money of the future, cryptocurrencies have been making waves in the financial world. Let's consider Bitcoin, the head honcho of the crypto world. It's like digital gold, but with a twist. It doesn't just sit there and look shiny, it works hard to protect your wealth. How so? Well, for starters, it offers high security. Each Bitcoin transaction is encrypted, so it's like having a personal bodyguard for your money. And then there's decentralization. With Bitcoin, you're not at the mercy of central banks and their whims. Your Bitcoin is your Bitcoin, and no one can devalue it by printing more. But perhaps the most appealing aspect of Bitcoin is its protection against inflation. Unlike traditional currencies, which can lose value over time due to inflation, Bitcoin is designed to be inflation-resistant. It's like a fortress standing strong against the relentless tide of economic fluctuations. What's more, Bitcoin has shown a promising future. Some financial gurus even anticipate it doubling in value. Now, that's a growth rate that's hard to ignore. But remember, like any investment, cryptocurrencies come with their own set of risks. It's always wise to do your homework and consult with a financial advisor before diving in. So there you have it. Cryptocurrencies, the digital gold of the future. So there you have it. 6 assets to consider instead of letting your money sit idle in the bank. From the enduring value of precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum, to the stability of safe haven currencies such as the Swiss franc. Mutual funds offer a low-risk option with stable dividends, handled by experts who know how to strategize for long-term growth. Real estate, an asset that doesn't depreciate, has seen property values triple from the 90s to 2020. Collectibles, whether it's classic cars or art, appreciate over time due to their unique appeal. And let's not forget cryptocurrencies, the digital gold of our era, expected to double in value. The key is to diversify, spreading your investments across different assets to safeguard and grow your money. Don't stash your cash in the bank. Consider these assets. Subscribe for top investment ideas.